Hey guys, welcome. The Apollo Triage and the Medivac are dedicated medical ships, but I want to know their combat abilities, especially for the Medivac, which is the military version of the Apollos. First of all, let's understand the differences between the Apollo Triage and the Medivac. Both ships are size 5 ships. They are 73 meters long, 54 meters wide, and 14 meters high. There is no size difference between these two ships. And they both weigh 630,456 kilograms. The first major difference are their health points. The total health point for the Apollo Triage is 118,700 hit points. And for the Medivac, 121,700. So the Medivac has 3,000 hit points more than the Triage. The vital part for both ships are at their body. For the Apollo Triage, the body health is 30,000 hit points. For the Apollo Medivac, it's 33,000 hit points. So the extra 3,000 hit points goes to the vital part. So in terms of the hull HP and vital part HP, the Medivac is a little bit more survivable than the Triage. SCM speed for the Triage is 170 meters per second. The Medivac is 175 meters per second, which is 5 meters per second more than the Triage. The forward boost speed for the Triage is 345 meters per second. However, for the Medivac is 340 meters per second, which is 5 meters less than the Triage. In terms of the maximum navigation speed, the Triage is 1025 meters per second, and the Medivac is 1000 meters per second, which is 25 meters per second less than the Triage. So the Apollo Medivac has only a little bit of speed advantage in SCM mode without boost. In both boosted SCM speed and navigation speed, the Medivac is actually inferior to the Apollo Triage. So in a combat situation, we're going to be using the forward boost speed a lot, but the Medivac has a lower forward boost speed than the Triage, which to me is a little odd. But even more odd to me is their maneuverability. For the Apollo Triage, maneuverability, pitch, yaw, and roll, 24, 24, and 65 degrees per second. But for the Medivac, the pitch is 27, which is 3 degrees more than the Triage. But the yaw is 20 degrees per second, which is 4 degrees per second less than the Triage. And the roll is also 65 degrees per second, same as the Triage. And during real combat, maneuverability is one major factor, especially for heavier ships. But the Apollo Medivac, which is the military version of the Apollo, has this very odd maneuverability stats compared with the Triage. So in a real combat situation, remember to utilize the pitch advantage more for the Medivac and try to compensate for the yaw disadvantage. Next difference, which is not major, is their fuel capacity. The hydrogen fuel for both the Triage and the Medivac is 63 SCU. No difference. But the quantum fuel for the Triage is 4.35 SCU and the Medivac is 4.5 SCU. So the Medivac has a little bit more quantum fuel. Another difference is regarding their insurance claim. The standard claim time for the Triage is 17 minutes 30 seconds. For the Medivac is 18 minutes 10 seconds. Expedited time for the Triage is 4 minutes 22 seconds. For the Medivac is 4 minutes 33 seconds. The expedited cost for the Triage is 8,970 AUEC. For the Medivac is 9,370 AUEC. So to reclaim the Medivac, it will take a little bit more time and a little bit more cost. The cross-section signature for both ships are exactly the same. Front 4,032, side 11,328, and top 25,730. In terms of the components, there are no difference at all. Even the stock components are exactly the same. So both ships, 2 size 2 power plants, 2 size 2 coolers, 1 size 2 quantum drive, 1 size 2 radar, and 4 size 2 shields. In terms of their hardpoints, no differences. They both have 2 size 4 hardpoints and 2 size 3 hardpoints. The 2 size 3 hardpoints are on a top turret, which will be slaved to the pilot if nobody sits on the co-pilot seat. So the pilot-controlled guns are 2 size 4, 2 size 3. The difference between them are the missiles. The Apollo Triage has 8 size 2 missiles, and their missile racks are bespoke, which means you can change the missile type, but you cannot change the missile size. The Medivac doubles the missile amount of the Triage, 16 size 2 missiles. And the missile racks are also bespoke. You can't change the size of those 16 size 2 missiles. And here are the missile racks for the Triage. So 4 missiles on each side of the ship. And these are the missiles for the Medivac. So you have 8 on each side. Total 16 size 2 missiles. Now let's check out the components and weapons on the ship. So on each of these sections of the ship, you have 2 size 2 shields. We can detach them. And once you detach both shields, you can also attach them back. 1 and 2. On this side, also 2 shields. Detached. Attach one back. And attach the second one back. So that's the 4 size 2 shields on the ship. For the rest of the components, go to the middle compartment. On each section here, you have 1 cooler, 1 power plant. Here, 1 cooler, 1 power plant, and 1 quantum drive. So detach the power plant, detach the coolers, and attach it back. Attach power plant back. And this section as well, this is the cooler, attach it back, attach the power plant back. Now the quantum drive, detached, attached back. Nice. All the components can be detached and attached back. Now check out the weapons. So the main gun for the ship under the ship, and they can be detached. Also the gimbal mount can also be detached. Attach and attach. Good. So both size 4 can be detached and attached. Now the turret. Oh, this might be a little difficult for my tractor. Yeah, there we go. I can, yes, detached. I don't think I can attach it back. And I can always repair it to get the weapon back. So that's the top turret. And when there's nobody sits on the co-pilot seat, the pilot can control all 4 guns. Now, if I sit on the co-pilot seat, this is a button to enter remote turret on your left-hand side. Click it. Now, this is the turret. The turret has a good angle, 360 degrees. Another thing regarding the compatibility of both ships is their weapon capacitor. I've given full power to weapon. So full power to weapon, I have only 68 rounds for each of my capacitor. I put all laser repeaters. So remember, we had a weapon capacitor buff many patches ago. So for the ships which has a turret, they increased the weapon capacitor. For example, the Constellations, the weapon capacitor is above 100 or 150 something. However, for the Medivac and the Triage, the weapon capacitor is the old value, only 68. So that will put the ship at a little bit disadvantage during combat. Alright, let's go do some combat tests with the military version of the Apollo. Alright, we got some light and medium fighters. Okay, fire at the Avenger Titan. Easy kill, the Avenger Titan. Really quick. And Hornet. Back strafe and shoot. And quick kill. I'm gonna make the best use of my pitch axes. because I have more maneuverability up and down rather than left and right. Another improvement I found in the 4.3.1, you can actually see the enemy names. If you ping, you can also see player names. So it's easy to communicate in a group combat, because before you have license plate. It's really hard to communicate. Right now, you can communicate with your team. So that's very good. It's Ranger Titan, easy kill. The disadvantage is my weapon capacitor. I fire for a few seconds, my capacitor just ran out. I have to recharge. So sometimes it can be problematic.
Let's roll out.
And cut her down.
Collision alert. Front. Mayday, mayday. Outlaws are attacking my ship.
Enemy down. Enemy down. We got a Prowler. The Prowler has 2 size 5 ballistic cannons. Ooh, that hurts. Recharge. Fire. Oh, I need to recharge again. Oh, there we go. Prowler destroyed. I think the major disadvantage for the ship is the low weapon capacitor. Now, let's try the missiles on the ship. Fire 1 missile. Good hit. 2 missiles. Hit. 4 missiles. Good hit. 4 more missiles. Good hit. Fire. Good hit. Out of missiles. Didn't really kill a lot of ships. If you have a lot of ships to fight, then those missiles will not be very useful. And they are quite expensive to rearm as well. Okay, we have some heavier ships. Vanguards. Ooh, lots of ships. Multiple Vanguard. Attacking the first Vanguard. Okay, took down the Vanguard shields. Oh, my back ramp got shot open. These Vanguards all have size 5 ballistics. Yes, 1 Vanguard is down. Second Vanguard. Oh. My shield is going down. Whoa! My shield is down. My hull is a little bit red. Oh, what? Wow, I got destroyed already. I just killed 1 Vanguard. I think the ballistics from the Vanguard, multiple Vanguards, just penetrate through my hull and killed the ship. Because the ballistic weapons in this patch, once your shield goes down, the ballistic weapons are very deadly. And we have so many Vanguards with size 5 ballistic cannons. So I just got killed rather quickly in this combat. So even with the Apollo Medivac, the ship can do a certain amount of combat, but this is not a dedicated combat ship. If you bring the ship into a swarm of enemies, especially with a lot of heavy weapons like ballistics, it will be destroyed rather quickly. But with light and medium fighters, even some heavy fighters, the ship can defend itself and take some fights. And of course, also provided with your own combat skills. So maybe in the hand of a good pilot, you can totally handle these heavy combat situations. But for me, I don't think I'm gonna use this ship in the heavy combat situations. This is a dedicated medical ship. But just in case, if you run into some combat, the Medivac can defend itself to a certain degree. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.